Section P1-1A, choosing a business idea. So this is the first section that you need to tackle, and I'll show you what you need to look for and what makes a good business plan. P1-1A, choosing idea. All of you will need to choose 3 business ideas. Most of you will have at least 2 positives and 2 negatives about each of them. So that's what we're looking at trying to develop. Some of you will be able to describe that. There'll be actually basically why you've chosen that business idea. But the most important part is basically all of you will choose 3 business ideas. What I'd strongly suggest, if you do not choose any of the following because they've been problematic: mobile phone apps, it's too complex. Generally the costings involved are very abstract. It's very difficult to actually put a price on it. Car rental companies, again, very difficult to actually put prices on things. Land is expensive, it's very hard to cost it up, so it makes it very difficult. And also there's a lot of hidden costs. It's a complex thing to do. Horse riding centres, again, a lot of land. It's very complex. And that's what I would say to all of them. They're just far too costly and complex to do. They will suck the life out of your project. I would strongly suggest to keep it very, very simple, and almost the smaller the better. So some good ideas which have worked, some stuff like shoe shops, home web designer, eBay shops, beauty salons, personal trainers, gyms, shops, cafes, mobile hairdressers, market stalls, flyer distributions, car washes, bars and pubs. All of those have been done relatively well. They've been done simply. The smaller the better. And I will identify some bits where you can go and get some information to use. But all of them have been done fairly well. So these should be considered at some level. What I would say is start small and grow big. Basically keep your idea simple. So all of those we've talked about previously are simple ideas which are not complex. They can be seen. They can be talked through and gone through very quickly. Some other tips which I would suggest you go through when you're actually making your business plan idea is, do I know something about some sort of businesses already through my own experience? Do I have any hobbies or interests that could become a business? So for example, some people have looked at doing bike shops, bike hire companies in the past because they're interested in cycling. Are there any products or services I've wanted that I haven't been able to get hold of? So if there's something in your life that you've really wanted to develop, you could do that. Or there could be a service which isn't being provided for at the moment, but you've seen provided for in a different place. Are there any businesses that I've encountered that have done things badly and I could do it better? So from your personal experience, maybe as a customer, has there been a business that you think, actually I could do that better? I would always look at frozen yogurt because it's so expensive, and I sit there thinking, how much money are they charging me for something that's essentially frozen milk? That's my own thing, but it does kind of irritate me how much they charge. Is there anything that I'm really passionate about and interested in that I could use as a business idea? Think about what things you really interest you, what do you really want to do. Are there any products or services that I think could do well in the current economic climate? So there are things which could do really well. I suppose examples of that recently have been stuff like Airbnb, where people have rented out rooms and flats for people to use. Parking companies as well, like parking websites as well, have done really well. Again though, be careful because they could be quite complex. What I would strongly suggest you do is you look at the back of the workbook. There's a link to an article called 50 Small Business Ideas. If you get stuck, use it because it will help you out a hell of a lot, and it will give you a lot of information and a lot of ideas to go through. So this is a model of P1-1A. It won't give you the whole thing, but I'll give you the idea of how to structure it. So what I would strongly suggest you do is you do a table like this. You state what the advantages are and what the disadvantages are of your business, and then at the bottom, why have you not chosen this idea? or have chosen it. Idea 2, I did a cake decorating business. I talked about the positives, I talked about the disadvantages, but I also talked about the negatives. I would expect you to do an idea 3. I haven't done it here, but it's up to you to do it. If you carried on like doing something like this, it's an easy way of actually getting your ideas across simply. So, for example, I dismissed the cake buying idea by saying it had high startup costs like equipment, and there's also quite a lot of bakers about. Finally, I'll put a second slide in saying why have you chosen your idea, what do you want to do, just say what you want to do, what problem do you solve, basically saying what is your business, what does it do, what problem does it solve, so basically what is the point of it, what is actually the point of it, anything, and the last bit is anything that says that you are different. And that's all you need to do for that section.